Hello and welcome to our lessons on intentional living. In this video we are talking about a very important construct called grit. Grit. My name is Joyce Thairo. You're watching Intentional Living. A certain psychologist by the name Angela Duckworth conducted empirical studies to understand the reason why people are able to complete tasks. For example, what caused people to finish college in time? And there's this specific study that they undertook in which they wanted to find out what made recruits in a military camp complete a rigorous training within a specified time. In this particular military training program, 1 out of 5 cadets were not able to complete the rigorous training in time. And she discovered that grit was the characteristic that was key in this particular aspect. So, what is grit? Grit is a combination of passion and perseverance. We define passion as knowing exactly what you like doing and going forth to execute it. Perseverance, on the other hand, comprises of 2 aspects: hard work and resilience. In our previous video, we have taken time to look at resilience. That is the ability to bounce back after you face challenges in a given task or project. So basically what we are saying is that grit comprises of 2 aspects: passion and perseverance. And these 2 aspects enabled people to complete college in record time, enabled people to complete a rigorous training in a military camp. And so this is a skill that is very important, and we need to develop it because most people are good starters and poor finishers. They start a lot of projects, a lot of tasks, but they hardly complete those tasks. So it is important to develop this particular skill of grit. There are 2 ways of developing grit. First is by developing grit inside out. What I mean by inside out, this is where the individual takes up the responsibility of developing the combination of passion and perseverance all by himself. In developing grit inside out, that is where the individual takes initiative without external support to develop the combination of passion and perseverance. We have 4 psychological assets. The first one is interest. Knowing exactly what you like to do. Knowing exactly what you like to do. Secondly is practice. This is where we improve our skill consistently. We improve our skill consistently. The third psychological asset in developing grit is purpose. That is, knowing exactly what you are created to do. Lastly, the fourth psychological asset in developing grit is having hope. Knowing that you have the ability to overcome challenges that occur in day-to-day activities, and knowing that those activities that you engage in are meant to make life better. In developing grit inside out, we focus on developing those key assets. So how do we develop our interests? Contrary to what people believe, knowing what you like doing does not come automatically. We need to expose ourselves to various activities and cultivate an area that you are deeply interested in. So, knowing your interest does not just happen overnight. We cannot talk about an aha moment where you discovered this is what I like doing. No, you have to be intentional in exploring various activities and narrowing down to the one that you are deeply passionate about. Secondly, we deepen our practice by continuously and consistently working on our area of interest. Remember, we have identified an area of interest. Now we move further to deeply practice and build that particular area of interest. That way, you actually develop it and move it to another level where you start talking about having specialized skills. Thirdly, you develop your purpose by cultivating your interest, and it shifts from being a vocation to being a calling. You have already identified an area of interest. You have deepened practice in that particular area, and thirdly, you have developed it in such a way that it stops becoming work, and now you do it as a calling. Lastly, in developing grit inside out, we are called upon to be keen in developing hope. And as I said earlier, when I described hope as a key psychological asset in developing grit, you need to understand that in life there will be challenges. Knowing that these challenges can be overcome, or you can overcome those challenges and actually translate them into areas of improvement, and lastly, areas of growth, then and only then will you be able to develop grit inside out. Remember, we say that grit is a combination of passion and perseverance. The other way in which we develop grit is by external support. That is, developing grit outside in. This is where other people help you to develop grit. And this is where we talk about three areas. First and foremost, the key area in developing grit outside in is what we call parenting with grit. It is important to understand that parenting is meant to prepare people for the next generation. And it is important for parents to know that they can actually model grit to their children. And more often than not, children really copy what they see from their adults. And parenting is a very, very key aspect in this particular area. Secondly, in developing grit outside in, we can also have training grounds for grit. This is where individuals are taken through a process of mentorship and coaching for grit. We have mentors challenging their proteges, we have coaches engaging their learners to develop grit. Also, modeling grit by mentors and coaching is also very, very important. So the second aspect of developing grit outside in is through preparing training grounds for developing grit. Lastly, we can also have a culture of grit. This is where organizations have shared values that revolve around grit. And remember, this is a key aspect because we are saying it is important to help people become not only good starters, but also we have talked about two key ways in which we build grit. The first one being developing grit inside out, where the individual takes up the responsibility of developing 4 areas of grit. And secondly, developing grit outside in, where other people are involved in the process of developing grit in an individual. So why is grit important? Research has shown that talent and intelligence do not predict success. In fact, sometimes talent interfere with achievement. And it is very clear that intelligence does not always translate into success. What translates into success is the ability to start a task and finish it successfully. Effort, which is maintained by grit, is actually important in the process of achievement. The reason being, when effort is applied to a talent, it produces skill. When effort is applied to a skill, it produces results in that the individual is able to take up key roles and responsibilities where they apply the skills to solve problems. And I'm an enthusiast of problem solving, because if you do not solve problems, that means you do not create value in the marketplace, and that way you might not be able to achieve anything in life. So grit is a very important key. And I wish to say that we need to learn how to develop grit, because we have realized it is very important. And there are 2 ways of developing grit: individually and with the support of others.